Hey guys, Street Stance Silver Garage. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It's free. You can unsubscribe at any time, but please subscribe whether you like our enduro races or our hot challenges or my how-to videos.
That is on.
Or me just building this 1,000 horsepower Civic right here that I'm standing in the engine bay of. Remember, at 1,000 subscribers, I'll be getting pepper sprayed and tased at the same time. So please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss anything. And let's get on with today's video.
Alright guys, I'll be showing you how to wire up your headlights in your car or your race car. If something, heaven forbids, happens in your car, you have to learn how to do this to wire this up. It looks more complicated than it is. So this here will be your toggle switch to turn your dims on, kind of like your switch on your steering column. So in my race car, this will be like my steering column switch to turn my headlights on. As you noticed, the headlights came on the car here, the two headlights I have. So now I have this halo switch here for brights. I'll push that and my brights come on. So if I push the button in all the way. All right. And if you need to know how to wire a halo switch, there'll be a link in the description below. Same with if you need to know what the 5-pin relay does, there'll be a link in the description below. And same with the 4-pin relay, guys. And I haven't got the toggle switch video in there yet, but we will. We'll get that in there. So we will start with the relays. What actually ends up happening is your power comes into pin 30 on your 4-pin relay. So once that comes in, it goes to pin 87. Now this pin here, we're just using this first relay here to make the second relay hot. That's all this relay is for. So we're going to come out of pin 87 and we're going to jump right over here and we're going to go to pin 30 on the 5-pin relay. So then 85 on this pin and 85 on this relay here is your ground. So what I've done is made a jumper wire over to here and grounded this out. So both relays are grounded. This one here is coming from our switch, which when we switch this activates power and turns on this relay, which in turn turns on pin 87A, which goes to our dims. So from pin 87, when we hit our switch, this goes there. This is our switch wire here. We have power coming into our halo wire, and it's right here. Power comes into the halo wire, from the halo wire out of the switch into pin 86. From 86, when that gets turned on, the electromagnet flips the switch and turns your brights on, which will be pin 87. So we'll take this apart. We'll show you how to actually wire this. And here's your switch. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pull all this stuff off of here. I want to show you guys how to do this so you really understand. Alright, we're going to pop this one off. I'm going to pop this little jumper here off. We're going to pull all our wires off so you understand where all of them come from and where all of them go. So we got our wires here. We're going to scoot them back out of the way. And here's our 4-pin and our 5-pin relay and our switch. So if you look on our switches, let's see if I can get that to focus, guys. I don't know if I can or not. No, it's not going to focus. So Our copper peg here, there's one. If you can see, there's only one. That's our ground. This front here, this other side, these are all powers on this end. The center one is what you're trying to power to. Okay, so like I said, pin 30, pin 87, and then pin, I think this one's, yeah, this one, no, the front one here is 85. The next one back here is 86. It actually has it labeled here. So what we're going to do, and then this one here, I forgot, this one's pin 30. This one here is pin 86. This one here is 85, which is your ground. Center one is 87A. 87 is here in the back. So what we essentially want to do here, we'll start with these two relays. We'll wire up the switch here in a second. Okay, we need our power wire. Which way, where did it go here? Okay, it's right here. So power from the battery, we're going to go to pin 30. Okay, which is the very end pin here. So from pin 30, we're going to go from, that power will go from pin 30 to pin 87. So 87 in turns, we want this one hot. So when we switch on, this will in turn turn this relay on. So 87 from the 4 pin to pin 30 on the 5 pin. Then we're going to go ahead and hook our grounds up. This is pin 85. Yep. Where did you go? 85. And this is pin 85. So what we got is pin 85 here, grounded to pin 85 here, which is going to the ground to the battery. So we've just grounded our system, is all we've done. Now, we need to turn this electromagnet on to switch the power on to heat this. So what we'll need to do is we'll have to take this red wire here. This will be our pin, I think this is 86. This is pin 86. So to pin 86 on your first relay, you want to come from the switch wire, which is the center one on your switch, the center one here. We're going to go there. So when I switch the switch on, the power is going to come from there to that relay. So now we want to ground our switch. So the very bottom one here is ground, the blue one. It's going to be the ground. Then we have a hot wire coming into this from the battery, which is going to be the top one. So we'll put that on the top. Now our switch should be ready to flip this first relay on. Okay. So now we got three prongs left here. So the wire here with my blue stripe on is my brights. I wired it that way. So this is going to go to pin 87, which is the outside pin. Now our dims, which is right here, which is just a solid red wire, is going to go to pin 87A, right there in the center. Okay. So we still need to switch this electromagnet to make our brights work. So we got the wire coming from our switch here. Get it untangled here. This comes from our switch. So we're going to put this on there. So this goes to the switch. And on the other end of the switch, the green wire, we have a wire going to our battery, which is going to power that switch. So in theory, everything should be hooked up. So we're going to hook up this little wire here. I got a wing nut on my battery that allows me to hook this, just put this wire on it. So we're going to hook this wire up. Get that nice and tight there. So now, when I flip this switch on, my dims should come on. And they did. See, that's that switch. My dims are on. Okay, so now we have the halo switch here that we wired in for our bright lights. So our dims are on. We'll show you again. Now here's the switch for the brights, and the way we wired this up, this should light up when we have our brights on. So let's see, they're lit up and the brights are on, brights are off, switch is off. So guys, if this helped you out, please like, subscribe, share, hit your notification bell so you don't miss any more uploads, and have a nice day, guys.